So have you ever sat there listening to your track, feeling like something is missing and you're not sure what? You add more and more, but still it adds complexity and doesn't make things better, and you still can't figure out why. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 simple steps that I use all the time on how to get perfect great groove in all your tracks. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Andrew Zara. I'm a house music DJ, producer and music educator living out of Barcelona from Dublin, Ireland. I've been making music for nearly 8 years now, totaling up nearly 500,000 streams per year on Spotify. And I've been teaching people just like you how to get your music better through very simplistic producing methods. So let's dive into the video. What you're going to watch today is my rendition and my take on groove, swing, and how important that is in any house music track. So I think we all know what groove and swing is roughly, but I want to get up a quick definition right here on the screen. Okay, so in house music, groove is the feel that makes a track compelling and danceable. It's created through a blend of timing, swing, and interaction between drums, adding subtle human-like imperfections. In house music, groove is what drives the track. It gives it a flowing, infectious rhythm that keeps listeners engaged. Okay, so here's my first step on how to get good groove and how to incorporate this into your music. Getting a good kick and bass dynamic relationship is the foundation to a good groove. Now, a lot of you might know this, but really understanding this on a high level and deep level is very important to understand how people move on the dance floor and what gets them grooving, so to speak. And here I've written a very simple kick and bass groove. Let's have a listen and let me explain. Okay, very simple, but I want to just go over this in detail to show what gives that groove. So basically, I like that word imperfections because that's exactly what we're trying to achieve here. So we want to act and pretend like almost this is being played live by a live bass guitarist. When a bass guitarist is playing live, he will make lots of imperfections. His fingers will do certain things that emulate a live bass guitar, and we have to kind of take this into account when producing music in our screens because it can get very rigid and we can sometimes just click anywhere like this and we can think that this is adding maybe something valuable when in fact maybe it's not because it's literally on the grid and there's no human imperfections. So when I'm adding bass in MIDI like so, and this can be in audio too, I like to press Command and get my mouse and move things really off the grid, almost like a loose feel. And I will move every single note just off the grid slightly, like so. And then I'll move the velocities up and down in a manual fashion to get those imperfect timings. And then I'll create some long notes, some shorter notes, some medium. Every single note in here will be different sizes. It's important to know that. All the bass notes, each one of them will be different sizes. Okay, so you can hear there how there's swing and there is some sort of groove. Very simple little template here, but there is some degree of swing and groove in here, and that's through all those imperfections through velocities, the note placements, the note lengths, and the volumes. Okay, and then my next step is going towards adding some sort of percussive mid-element drum sound. Now, I want to point out that it's not adding top loops or hi-hats. I'm avoiding hi-hats and top loops, any sort of that nature of sound for the time being, because that's not adding to my groove. My groove is all given by kick, bass, percussion, mid-drum elements. So let's go in. And I'm still not really looking for top loops. I'm avoiding any top loops. And I'm just sort of building a drum pattern and bass pattern in this demonstration. But I would then be looking for hi-hats really later in the process because, again, it's going to distract us. And when there's a big open hat in our face, it can be hard to hear what's actually going on under the hood. So I like to really leave that to a latter part of the demo. So I'm still just searching for that groove that's going to get us moving. And once I feel like my body is sort of moving in some degree, I know I'm on the right path. Okay, and then my third and last step for getting groove is something that I do in a lot of my tracks, and if you start implementing this third step, it's going to enhance things even more, is that I'm looking to fill spaces and gaps and really develop a good call and response storyline with my groove in this demo. Okay, so here, if I get some audio clips, all I'm going to do is I'm going to visually look for gaps which something can go in. I'm going to just literally command and move and put it in. Nice. Really, there's lots of imperfections here. I'm just being careful what I'm adding. I'm just filling the space here with this third tip and creating kind of a bit more answers to what's currently in there with the bass and the kind of percussive elements. Just a few more answers in there can really just cement that groove even more. So if you're stuck on a groove and you're not sure what to do next, listen to your questions and go, do they have answers here? And if they don't have much answers, start to develop those answers by looking for gaps in your 4 to 16 bar loops and trying to figure out, okay, there's a bit of a space here. If I insert a nice percussive sound, is it going to enhance or get that groove a bit better? And most likely it should. Alright guys, that was the video. Really hoped you enjoyed it. I really wanted to bring things down back to basics in this one and just sort of unpack very simplistic methods and things that you might maybe forget along the way of how important it is in house and techno music especially, and how we need to treat and understand groove in your track. So every groove is different. Some grooves are faster, some are harder, some are slower, but it all develops around the same principles and concepts to do with call and response, sound selection, kick and bass relationships, percussive elements, less tops, less high-end, kind of smothering the idea and groove, and really getting that good and nailed down is going to definitely bring things up in your music. So I'd love to know how you all got on. Leave a comment below if you liked the video. Subscribe would really help. So if you are interested in getting a bit of extra help on your music and you would like some one-to-one professional help, I would be happy to chat to you and see if I can help you get things better in your music. So feel free to book a call below and I'd love to have a chat with you. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.